I mean, I like the Art Deco style.
Bakovia used to be a star among cities. Historic, wealthy, and bustling with new businesses. That star's been dying for a while.
Oh.
Crime's on the rise. And with war brewing and the government tightening their grip, it's no surprise we're restless. Police might be keeping people safe, but there's only so much we can do about the seedy underbelly. With a prohibition, lawbreakers, criminals, and your everyday civilians are all forced into the same watering holes. Usually, it'd be my job to bust this place. But, maybe we can help one another.
Oh.
This place is more useful open.
You're offering me a deal.
Especially when I have someone a lot more dangerous to catch than a few drunks. Ah, it looks like your first customers are arriving. Let's see if you can loosen their tongues. I'll be waiting, bartender. Don't let me down.
So the inspector, who seems a little full of himself, is assuming that because I'm a bartender, I can get the customers of the speakeasy to let their guard down and tell me, you know, like he's trying to catch a killer. All right, settings. Okay, it likes to be... Let's get borderless full screen. There we go. Okay. Language English. Autosave. Text size. Let's go with... Let's try 175. Master volume is at 50. Okay, we can bring you up a little bit more. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what this is all about. Visual novels are always interesting to me because they always have their own pacing, especially when you're streaming them, because if they're voiced, it's nice because then the voicing sets the pacing, but if they're not, then you kind of have to do that, and it's a lot of reading, which now that I've like recovered from, you know, COVID is not as bad, but before it would have been like, we're not doing this. But yeah, best served cold. I also really like the cocktail, the blood orange, all that. Hey, you're into... Ooh, baking bread sounds delightful. Case 0. The last drop. Okay, I can immediately it popped up that the customer's in a bad mood. Take care, Tanya. The customer's in a bad mood. Vincent Floor. Hey, Kay, welcome on in. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner, and your landlord, Vincent Floor, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Zarin literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Everything all right, Mr. Floor? Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Wow. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. What would you like? This evening, a properly mixed Eastern Ruby should hit the spot. Okay. So mood is a factor in our customers. Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink or choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. In a bad mood. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Okay, press the serve button, because we serving. Press the serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Okay, so this opens the drink mixing menu. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You'll have to cure it before you can interrogate them. In some rare cases, though, a client must be in a bad mood before they will open up. In these situations, you can mess up their drink on purpose to bring down their mood. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get a hint. So, some people will talk when they're not in a bad mood. Other people need to be in a bad mood. Oof. Okay, so in the lower left we have affection, which is how well liked we are by the customer. We also have an intoxication meter to see if they're sober, tipsy, drunk, or inebriated. Their mood. Okay. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we can cheer you up. Haha, that's the spirit. Okay. Vincent loves the Eastern Ruby, and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood. So let's select Eastern Ruby in the list to start making his favorite cocktail. Okay, an Eastern Ruby is whiskey, sugar syrup, lemon juice, red wine, ice cubes, and a cherry. To successfully mix a drink, you need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow, following the lines along the direction in which it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep the pace as a red arrow will start following you. Thank you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path or the game will be ruined. I forgot what game we're playing. Sorry, Best Served Cold. Okay, so it's a path, which seems like a pretty simple one, but you gotta keep up because, so we gotta do it quickishly like. Quickishly like? Sure. Okay, yeah, quickishly like. That red arrow was not messing around. Hey, Moonwind Valley, welcome, thank you for the follow. I like the drink animation, it's nice. And I also like that the name of the drink is the shape that you follow. It's kind of cute. Okay, well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's even gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased and you will lose all but one action for the remainder of the conversation. Okay, so actions are here. Vincent is now tipsy and kind of likes me. I mean, I work here under your bookshop, so I assume you like me a little. Okay, we can also see our customer profiles over here. Oh, I love this. Oh, I really like this too. Okay. Vincent Floor. lover of literature and the owner of Libraria, the bookshop on the Bukovi Boulevard that is located above your speakeasy. Favorite drink, Eastern Ruby. We may have more favorite drinks later. Okay, I love the journal style. It's nice. Okay, you know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but I didn't expect it. Especially with your background. This place could have been naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers, yet you're already proving to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you'll have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance, but a recent shipment of vodka from Rusalka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Let me adjust the text. Sorry. Down a little bit so it's not completely rushing in. Okay. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is abuzz with a chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. What's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Zara should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary, but you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Oh. I'll be careful. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read this heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. Okay, I'm going to read the article because I can. In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as-yet unidentified young woman was found in an alley off the Bukovi Boulevard. Bukovi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside a speakeasy, and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety, and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Oh, well, it was gonna. Okay, fine. I just read it, so it's fine. I didn't know it was gonna do the whole thing. Don't get too bothered by all this little tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory? It does not. Greedy, joyless politicians are making sure this prohibition is enforced. They can spin tales of crime and murder if it's in their interest. I didn't realize how poignant this was going to be for this particular time in history, but okay. You know a Zaran politician is lying when his mouth is moving. These scoundrels are not above manufacturing a villain to scare the populace. Alright, are you just talking about the US right now? Are you just talking about us? I get it. Message received. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my word, friend. Be on your guard. Be on guard for what? We're on Bukovi Boulevards. The locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so, anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. One more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. Well, I have work to get on with. Oh no! I should have just said goodnight. Oh well. I can take a hint. Alright. I should have just said goodnight, as opposed to, well, gotta go. Yeah, that was me being like, gotta go. Called a pebble fence. No, oh, I've already forgotten the name of our speakeasy. It's underneath the bookstore. I thought our speakeasy has a name, but maybe it doesn't. Every day we'll bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look to the left and right to check for any customers seated on the edges of the room. You can click on a customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try it out on this mysterious woman in the back. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you, like she can't decide if you're a friend or a foe. Like she's just described as energetic girl, and she's in a good mood. Rough day? You have no idea, although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Ooh. Rundown Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice trader's symposium. Okay, so you work at a hotel. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explain the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich? And he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets? I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls. But then I stop, and nothing has changed. I feel you, girl. It sounds like you need a drink. Yes. Something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lemon. A slice of lemon wrapped around a cricket bat. That is dangerously similar to the description of the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. So, a slice of lemon wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. Oh, goodness. Yeah, what flavor do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. I trust your judgment. Okay, okay, so spicy and lemon. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. Okay, calm down, Jesse Spano. Okay. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. A question mark means you don't yet know how they feel about this cocktail, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks that they like and ones they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with a customer faster than a neutral one. The indicates the smoothness of the drink, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk after being served. In other words, how many actions you'll be able to take during the following dialogue. Every new topic you discuss will cost you 1 action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the conversation to enjoy the rest of their evening. Customers can only be talked to once a day, so don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you do. Meanwhile, the alcohol percentage, shows how alcoholic a drink is. The higher the percentage, the more intoxicated a customer will get. Some questions require a certain level of intoxication to loosen a customer's lips. But be careful. A customer that becomes inebriated will go home. I feel like I'm being called out right now. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Ugh, they're all babies. Okay, now you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's tastes, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect a customer's mood, as well as how talkative they will be after you've served them. Now, let's make her a drink, shall we? If anybody has seen the anime Bartender, that's kind of what this is. Like you have the power to change their entire everything. Okay. So she said she wanted something lemony and spicy. Now, that's a copper bullet. That's like a mule. Hey, Leela, welcome on in. I always say, is it Leela or Lila? I never get it right, and my brain always says it 15 different ways before saying good morning. But regardless, good morning, hi, Leela. Okay, I will try to remember that, and I definitely will not remember that. But thank you for telling me. The game suggests the copper bullet, which looks like a mule. Vodka, lime juice, ginger ale, ice cubes, mint leaf, and a slice. So yeah, this is not ginger beer, it's ginger ale. So maybe we can't get ginger beer under prohibition. Wow, the copper bullet. Okay, so we've got to follow this path around quickly. And I like that, like, each of these icons is sort of the steps. So you've got your sugar syrup, your lime, your liquor, syrup, mint. Okay, so ooh, copper bullet. Let's go. I do like the animation. That's really nicely done. And yeah, anyone else would know. It's very similar to a Moscow Mule. The customer is tipsy. Oh, damn. This is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all this fuzz in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else gets more expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. And with everything being so busy... Why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads, the women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture to me. Me too. At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Damn, girl. Okay. Woo! Feeling better? She closes her eyes and lets out a long, comfortable sigh. Yeah, I'm good. That really hit the spot. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me onto this place. The Nightcap, that's the name of our place. The Nightcap. The Nightcap just opened, yes. The Nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you Bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grundown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in at any of them, even when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid-bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. Her smile is warm and she nods a little, like she just made her mind up about you. I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got Bartitsu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow, and if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are going to beat the stuffing out of me. Alright, well, take care. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all the customers. Okay, so we can look around the room just to make sure. There's nothing special to like futz around with. All right. Tuesday, innit? Okay, so based on the intro, we know who this is. So we'll listen to him. And then maybe we'll pick up the demo a little bit, maybe a little bit tomorrow because it's getting close to my time to wind it down. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar, no butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care. You choose. Okay, so you don't care what you don't care? What? You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. What do you mean you don't care? Okay, so... yeah, like legitimately. I mean, we already know you're a cop, but still. Who comes into a bar and says, I don't care? Alright, let's see what we've got options here. We got a mint punch, which is rum. Oh, a mint punch is probably very similar to a mojito. Pirate's Joy. Pineapple, white rum, coconut cream. Okay, if you like pina coladas. A night count. Gin, vermouth, triple sec, and a lemon slice. That's interesting. I don't know what that's closely related to. No! No. I mean, alright, fine. This is what you're getting. I love this, though. Okay, we're going to make you a night count. I hope you like gin and vermouth. It's very pretty. Oh my god. He is going to get inebriated when he has this. I should have been paying a little better attention. Oh well. I was initially skeptical about the prohibition, but drinks this strong ludicrously prove it may have been the best decision. I'm sorry? You've probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Business? He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. Okay, so the latest victim was identified. The headline reads, Latest Bukovi Boulevard Victim Identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovi police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovi killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Zarin and lifetime resident of Bukovi, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley off of Bukovi Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as The Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her time off to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldea urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? Only you. Yeah, you spring to mind. I'm being an asshole because you're being an asshole. Yeah, you can tell you've touched a nerve. He takes a short breath and leans forward. Anyone who isn't me? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think you quite understand what's at stake here. Did you read the news yesterday? Yeah, speakeasy guest found dead. I read the news. And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place... I was just making a drink for my new friend. Obstinate. You have a chance to show me how cooperative you can be, and you're letting that chance slip away. Yeah, well, this is a demo, and you're being an asshole, so yeah. There we go. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help. You'll be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer with your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. Okay, I had a pop-up saying we got a clue. I mean, you drinking here is also illegal, right? It is, but I have dispensation. And with your background, I'm sure you agree it's best if we don't look too closely into who has broken which laws. What did I do? Am I a bad boy? What did I do? Now, are you going to help me? I don't have an option here, do I? He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. You're holding it over me. Got it. You might not be... Yeah, every single thing I've said has made the mood just go down. I don't need you to like me, because I don't like you. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. Alright, I'll do it. Good. Any questions? Why should I help you? Because I can ruin you with a single radio phone call. So here's what you're going to do. You'll interrogate everyone at the bar and ask the right questions. Get to know them. Make them willing to talk. A glass of alcohol might loosen their tongue. I suggest you keep track of your findings in a notebook or something. I also see you have an unused pin board in the room behind you. Detectives at the station like to use those to keep their minds organized. Visualizing connections makes them easier to understand. Alright, I'll give it a try after my shift. Good. Any questions? What was my first task again? I'm dumb. Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. Hey, DC, good morning. As a former criminal... Oh, you're just saying it out loud now, huh? I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. I'll see what I can do. Alright, let's move on. You're part of this now. Time is short and I expect something solid from you. Soon. Okay, speaking with customers will provide you with clues. Clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Using the Show Clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to, letting you ask them for more information or confront them with evidence. Presenting clues to a customer is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi. But be careful. Showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. This case is the highest priority, and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated Force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe and save some lives while we're at it. No pressure, though. You didn't even drink your drink. It's rude. Okay, so we have some customers here. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my tastes. Okay, so he does know me. Miss me, Peter? Every day. Was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Yeah, sure. He raises his eyebrows and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, Any flavor I can work in there that you like? Going all sweet on me now. Well, I like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out. Okay, so he doesn't like sweet, but he does like coffee. Peter leans low and his chin rests on the bar, the light catching the long scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Let's see indeed. Doing a lot of talking. I'm trying to make you a drink here. Okay, so he likes a bit of coffee. We've got 2 coffee drinks. One is called espresso. One is called Wake Up Call. Vodka, coffee liqueur, sugar syrup, espresso, coffee beans. So that's the espresso martini. We also have a cold winter, which is vodka, coffee liqueur, cream, coffee powder, and ice cubes. So that's basically a White Russian. Huh. See, the question mark isn't... Like, I thought the question mark told me a little more about the drink, but I guess... No, the question mark is whether they like it or not. It's not about the drink. It's whether they like it or not. Okay, I'm going to make you the cold winter because it doesn't have sugar in it. Otherwise, I'd do the espresso martini. Also, this will give me 2 more actions, and it's boozy. So maybe loosening you up will... Oh, alcohol. It'll tell me their alcohol tolerance. Nice. Okay. So it takes them a 5. Okay, we're giving you this straight out the gate then. Pretty. I guess the cold didn't bother anyone anyway. This is a really cute way to do this as well. Okay. Ah, that was a bad drink. I did not click right. Yeah, I didn't get anything in it. Are you trying to kill me? This makes me want to rip my tongue out. Or yours. So you're a bartender now? Well, that's an odd one, but if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla, but as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with a frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles, though it doesn't happen often. How can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places turn away anyone without a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The Last Drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. And what's a little blood to you? I'm a teddy bear. I got claws, but I don't want to get them out when I'm trying to hold my wine glass. You notice him bite the inside of the cheek. For a moment you think he's going to try denying it. Instead he shrugs. I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in and the deals people make. It's neutral? I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They knew the deal they were getting into when they took the money, but even though I don't feel bad for them, that doesn't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. So you're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me, and I need to go take care of that. Does anybody find that cause and effect line familiar? That this drink has affected me and now I need to go do something about it? Uh-huh. Sure thing. Okay, so opens the notebook. Okay, so we've got clues in our notebook. This is help. And our current objective is to find out who frequented the speakeasy. We've got some clues about the Last Drop. The murder of Natalia Reed took place near here, and Peter mentioned it. Peter mentioned his favorite speakeasy is the Last Drop. Speakeasy. Okay. Can I bring it up? No. Okay, sure thing. Yeah, I messed up the drink. Is that a priest? Okay, that sounds like a story for another time, but we have 2 new customers. I'm going to go ahead and save the game because it's about time for me to wind it down. I like that you can go back to all the tutorials. That's really good. And let's head back to the main menu. So this is Best Served Cold. It will be coming out soon. They were able to give me a demo ahead of time. But if you want to head over to the Steam store, let me pop out of the game for a minute. Add it to your wish list, because if it sounds interesting and looks good to you, wish listing is one of the best ways to help out a dev. It helps get their visibility up. I like the mechanics. It is a lot of mechanics. So if you enjoy sort of a bartender mixing game, if you also enjoy really mystery solving, and the dev sent it to me because I played Tavern Talk, which is a different sort of thing. In Tavern Talk, you're making the quests as you get information. In Best Served Cold, it looks like you're using the information to try and solve a mystery. So it's a kind of interesting twist on it. But yeah, it looks cute and it looks very polished. I like the vibe. The drink making mechanic is a bit like, because I don't normally use a mouse and keyboard, I would love if there were a different option for that or some other way to do it, because like I wasn't clicking at the right time, so chasing something around with my mouse is not the easiest for me to do. So if there were an accessibility feature, I would add the ability to, I don't want to skip making the drinks right, but I wish that there were a way to like get a little more time on that red chaser, so I could decide if I want to make a good drink or a bad drink versus panicking and always trying to make the perfect drink. But yeah, so very cute, and I'll hop out of that.